sharing today about shame, about really sharing about Kabbalah and conversations I had in our relationship with, what is attachment, secure attachment. So shame is something to explore. A few years ago I wrote this, and it evolves. There's different things people are ashamed over than they were not ashamed about in the past. For example, certain feelings or triggers. So greedy, evil, needy, clingy, insecure, inadequate, critical, judgmental, pessimistic, laughingstock or a fool, destructive, bulldozer, using, superior, inferior, afraid, reactive, broken, impatient, vilifying, critical, judgmental, pushy. I think I covered all of it. Destructive. I felt my parents got the child no one could want or love. And if no one loves me here, I decided finally one day, then I'll love me. And we're all made broken and desperate. And it was like I suddenly realized I could hate God instead of humans. And then that hate could turn into love, because when I forgive myself for not knowing better, if I don't desire to be with myself, then I'll be desiring to be with someone else, or be desiring to have another desire me. If I don't choose me, I'll be craving to be chosen by someone or choosing someone else. Then sharing about Kabbalah from the Kabbalah Center, David Ghiyam, who is one of the teachers there, he said we have to recognize the locked steel door of doubt is most dark and intense before we break through. The gate is when it doesn't feel worth it or available, and boredom and loneliness, unfulfillment come to break our stride out of our comfort zone. They pull us into temporary relief, but when we easily changing based on external pressures like people's opinions or approval, convenience, reminders of old patterns, fragile versus a focused flow, we can let things go, people go, winning go, money, sex being treated as shape-shifted divine offering. And now we could connect with Yesod. Yesod creates, gives, supports, life, world master. It's kind of in the genitals. It's the creative area, the reproductive area, the productive, recreation, procreation, right? All of that. And also it's a secret. It's a foundation. It's multidimensional. So in terms of let me just plug in my portable charger right here. Just got a little notification that it's on 10%. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Had some conversations, like Sprouty is like basically he says that the Satan puts hologram of the soulmate onto various people to entice us. Once we grab, it leaves and we see the ugly monster left. For example, Sprouty, I saw Binyamin, Vadim, Yankee, Sean, I saw Naftali, Ben Roth, Barelhan. It's like these people in there that we recognize. And Satan is like a step behind, ready to occupy anything we hold on to. So as long as we release our attachments, we'll keep progressing forward into more light. Yesod is that no matter what, we keep flowing without letting anything bother us, attached to nothing. And we push through our resistance and overcome aversion to challenge. And this state of negativity and negative people can't exist near us. And attending the bris milah is like 40 days of fasting. The Satan occupies the foreskin. So bris milah is the covenant of the foreskin, or the covenant of the word, or the covenant of the male organ. When we study a lot but we share little, we can crash because the vessel is not supported. Drugs get us past Yesod, like Bina is the goal, but we fall back and lose it all. The vessel can't hold it. Bina is like the understanding, the high level, the in the realms, in the heavens of our self, like our upper feminine, men and women included self. Revelations come though from facing our fears, the returning light versus direct light. It's like not wanting to do it, we keep the light. The difficulty, energy activates stability. So it's like we push past the resistance, we become stronger. Hod is the intuition, the divine inspiration, and the prophecy, the clarity, spiritual vision. The left leg. Hod has a lot to do with Aaron, like Aaron HaKohen, the high priest from the Bible, from the Torah. He represents unconditional love, mercy. As a peacemaker, seeing the truth as hurt people, being compassionate and exercising the will to see the good, feel good every moment, find positivity when we're tempted by negative. It'll bring us the divine inspiration, seeing the light in the darkness to see God. Satan has us seeing flaws in the person or situation and reacting and abandoning instead of leaving when things are good. So when we exterminate the bad within instead of outside, the vision, not what we're perceiving. It's not the external thing, it's how we're seeing the external. We start to see good. Because whatever we condemn multiplies. When we see good, the whole world opens up. We're certain and we know just what to do and have razor sharp vision. And transformation effects are detectable because we become willing to get past the test. It's the word in Hebrew for test is so similar and includes the word for miracle. So sometimes we can't tell, is this a test or is this a miracle? Is it both? So willing to get the test and pass it, to see the repenting we've done is really measurable by our ability to do better than cause harm. Now that was like Aaron and Hor. Moses used like more the judgment and mercy. So when we stay silent, we have this level of acceptance. The clouds of honor, like Hod is also the left leg. It's related to glory, splendor, majesty, gratitude. And it's the breast. And when we think of Aaron a Kohen and the fact that he used the breastplate as a tool for prophecy because he wasn't willing to be a judge and see the negative. He was willing to see the positive. That's the energy of sharing positivity. It gives us a golden touch. And it says that gold was created for use in the temple, and he was the high priest. And he had this gold name of God on his head, and he had gold vessels he used and everything, and there was a gold altar. So the clouds of honor flatten mountains, seeing the positive, the pleasure, the good. And even though at that time the temple was not, was like a tabernacle, it set everything up for the temple. Aaron was the prototype high priest, and then everything after that came from his lineage. So I had this person named Sprouty in my life, and he said, when I learn myself, when I learn her, study her, take time with her, be with me for the rest of my life and put my feelings first and be okay with spending the rest of my life without earning love from anyone but myself, then I can spend time doing and being what I love. Even if I don't like the environment I have to do it in or the people I do it with, I've got me. In summary, it's and then Eitan Yardeni, also a teacher of Kabbalah, he said, Chassidim is that thread of transformational energy, not the people, the Chassidic people, but Chassadim are like these threads that come from mercy. So the left leg, here we're talking about the right arm, Chesed, really expansion. So there's like this judgment to mercy, this wormhole. So when you go up from like the leg to the arm, you still have Gevurah, you have judgment, and then you could find a way into this mercy wormhole, the thread of transformational energy, darkness, portal to light. Every Shabbat is 25 hours, and every midnight, half night to dawn, plus special personal night. Like whatever it is, right? And then cosmic opening for prayers, miracles, studious revelation. We draw down these threads that are like wormholes. They get us through. And holidays are whole days, holy days. They're complete circuit of energy is present for us to tap into the power. And so, and one other person told me, Sean said, he thinks I smoke too much, eat too much, call his phone too much, fight too much, have too many boyfriends. He was saying it's like too much. I lose energy with my impulsivity. And at that time I thought maybe he's right. Maybe it's true. But then again, if I wanted more, there's probably something that I was needing, right? So it points me not to being bad, but to being in need. So the summary of all this is facing fears and delaying gratification, letting things go, letting go of attachments, finding positive, focus on the positive, stop caring about others' approval, treat sexual and financial energies as precious. Don't succumb, because the abundance energy and sexual energy are similar, or if not the same in this case. Don't succumb, because abundance is multiply, right? And when we have sex and we have a child, we multiply. So don't succumb to doubt and laziness. Welcome challenges as valuable. And I'll work with like my father qualities. This is really being an impulsive, vain, resentful, know-it-all, greedy, guts, jealous, bulldozer, busybody, troublemaker, low self-esteem, loner, disagreeable, messy, lazy, distractible, screamer. These are the qualities I got from my father that I struggled with because I felt like in terms of attachment, like I was shamed for being like him, but really he was ashamed of himself. So this is where I have resistance to aspects of myself. And then talking about attachment and God. So Rabbi David Ingber says God's always asking if we're coming home. God's waiting and loves his exiled princess, knowing everything's happening for her benefit, and extends compassion and mercy through wise people and considers all Israel to be righteous, awakens the dawn and sends divine daughter voice to guide me to healing when I'm being rascal or rebel. And he gives us the strength to unite and protect each other. He provides the inner sanctum from too much public and messy, overwhelmed temptation. And he gives clarity where we can change our destruction. So the voice of the non-ego, the daughter voice is the echo of the non-ego. And every word that's godly creates angels speaking the original voice with echo focusedly with precision, comforting the quiet, non-conquering force of love, wielders wise, releasing from captivity servers, the one who serve all of that, forgiving every single time one returns to love and brings the disillusioned, betrayed, struggling losers, alienated together to help one another, and always gives me back my access to power and shows me everything, every little tiny detail matters forever. And Marianna Turov talks about how there's 3 main types of attachment: secure, avoidant, and anxious. So avoidant and anxious go together. Tend to keep people at arm's length, leave relationships, ghost without explanation, perfect in beginning but asking for more closeness as time goes on, makes them run away, continue disappointing, run from closeness, uncomfortable with intimacy, and they lack commitment and refuse to change. And they go together with the anxious. Like one is like, and one is like, then so they pair up a lot. Anxious attachment feels like never enough, love and reassurance, seems needy and desperate, vigilant, constantly evaluating partner and their behaviors and words, keeps score, obsesses about details, makes constant assumptions and confusion and doubt about where there is this, what the standing is, worries constantly about getting rejected and over-explains, over-talks, impulsivity, tries to make partner like them more. And secure attachment is emotional sexual intimacy as one, treating partner like royalty, quick to forgive, kind, great communicators, thrive in being close partnership, responsible to partner's happiness, confident in power to improve relationship, and don't waste time playing games, and naturally able to relax, warm up, and empower. Hope this was interesting. Have a blessed night. Bye.